Welcome to the Invisible Balance Sheet, where we are reclaiming the narrative of the creditor. This video is based on The Silent Creditor by Sam Prajnananda. This is GriotWave, a sovereign digital platform dedicated to creating, preserving, and distributing knowledge, music, and stories. We transform timeless wisdom into practical tools for today's world. Let's challenge the myth of the burden. Africa is often framed as a perpetual tragedy requiring aid and guidance. This logic of the is a forensic lie, masking global dependence on Africa. The forensic deconstruction reveals a different reality. Africa is the silent creditor, not the world's debtor. It provided the uncredited, seed capital for modernity. The foundation of modern progress is built on African atoms. From Manhattan skyscrapers to European high-speed rail and Silicon Valley smartphones, all are powered by or built with African resources. The world's progress results from African subsidization. This leads to the Great Inversion. The premise is that Africa does not need the world's help. The world needs Africa's permission. It is time for reclaiming wealth historically recorded as a liability. Poverty is not an inherent failure of the African people. It is the successful outcome of a specific global architecture. Extractive systems ensure wealth flows outward, while social and environmental costs remain local. Key extractive mechanisms include the Spreadsheet of Extraction from 1884, designed to ensure outward wealth flow. This localizes environmental costs in Africa, while value is only recognized on foreign balance sheets. Other mechanisms include the value chain trap, where possessing 70% of a resource yields less than 5% value capture. Monetary neocolonialism, like the CFA franc, turns central banks into foreign subsidiaries, preventing capital accumulation at the source. The 21st century rupture is marked by the global north's existential crises, such as aging populations and shrinking workforces, alongside a desperate need for a green energy transition. This shifts leverage toward the African interior. The concentration of power lies in three areas: atoms, the concentration of future critical minerals; bits, the digital energy of a young growing population; and energy, the concentration of renewable resource potential. This is a strategic blueprint for autonomy, not a book of grievance. It's written for architects of industry, leaders and entrepreneurs, to move from being beneficiaries to underwriters of their own future. The operational roadmap involves quantifying the walkaway price. Manufacturing cannot survive a 30-day halt of African exports. We must leverage choke points and the demographic arbitrage of 2050. The cartel strategy involves applying collective bargaining to green minerals. This uses resource density to force a seat at the global board and renegotiate the terms of engagement based on existential necessity. A message to the African listener: your home is not a, problem to be solved. It is a powerhouse to be managed. You have been a silent venture capitalist. It is time to call in the debt. To the global listener, this is a warning and a wake-up call. The era of exclusive monogamy with the West is over. A multipolar world is bidding for African favors. The silent creditor speaks as an auctioneer, not a beggar. The burden was a lie. The world needs Africa more than Africa needs the world. Africa is the engine, and the rest is just the chassis. The call to action is to settle the account. The era of the recipient is dead. The era of the creditor has arrived. Strategic power begins with this mental and mathematical audit. Please like this video to help others find this content. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a deep dive. Share this video with a friend or colleague who needs to see this message. For further exploration of this topic, please scan the QR code displayed on the screen.